The awareness in health IT or in healthcare board of directors of the real value is not everywhere here, and this is because health IT is probably, compared to other industries, probably more than a decade, at least in Europe, a decade behind the evolution of IT systems. So this comes from that a lot of doctors still do their data on paper, and if I see in the countries, in different countries, for example, we do a project in Sweden. So Sweden, for example, in Europe is quite ahead of other countries. These projects are usually driven by governments or EU funds, and they just do it because they have the money. And today we have a lot of systems, of course, of the patient demographics. So it means that the patient information about dealing with the health insurance companies. But the real value in healthcare sits in the clinical data. So this means in all health records, you have radiology data, you have lab data, you have a lot of different data, and the real value sits in this information. And in most countries, we don't have that access in a seamless, unified way to the patient's record. So what does it mean if we want to drive down the costs in healthcare? And colleague Jeffrey mentioned that a lot of economies in Western Europe will have a problem to finance these systems because it will grow immediately and exponentials the next decades. We will all get older. The demographics of the people will increase and cost will increase. So if we want to decrease this cost, we need a better quality of healthcare. And to get a better quality in healthcare, we need information at the point of care. So that's the problem. So sometimes in hospitals, they do something with patients. They don't have the full picture of the patients. So this can cost a lot of money if I give the wrong medication or medication adverse. So to do that, we need to have the information at the point of care. So how we want to start this, or how this will go. So a lot of hospitals or countries, they need first to connect their system at the primary care. And this means today the awareness of, coming to your question of the CIOs and the management bodies, we have to connect these systems first. Because to get it, before I can get data and I can make analytics on that data, I need to connect the systems. Then I have to collect the data, and the data is only be connected if the patients are really treated with their own health records. So there are huge projects also here in Poland, huge projects going on to automate and to informatize the healthcare sector. So this is a lot of potential for IT, and I can add at the end, when you have once the information from the patients on the patient records, on the electronic patient records, then the next steps will be analytics, because then I can only start to make trends. So business intelligence on history is one side, but if I really want to gain value, I have to make predictions of my patients in the future, and this will bring the real value. And there are not many, let's say, health ministers or not many CIOs already see that journey. So it's a journey in healthcare sector. There is a journey going on.